Chubstep.
Jrad.
Creating the oil of judgment.
Steed. Chubstep.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the king of the jungle.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about a himray.
What?
He's really holding on.
What?
I'm talking about a great white sheep.
Hey, I'm Winnie.
I had a stuffed animal named Winnie.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it wasn't technically an animal. I took a Ziploc bag and I stuffed it with old newspaper and then I drew a smile on it.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
And the show started.
Welcome back, season 25, baby. How much money have we made, Jrad? Tell them.
$4,100.
Wow, we're rich. Thanks for listening to these ads. I know you just heard one. If you're listening to this episode, you just heard one. And congratulations. You just made us. Tell them how much money we made, Jrad.
From that one ad?
Yeah.
Calculating. $200,100.
Wow, we're rich.
Actually,
Okay.
everything we get paid is in euros.
Oh, that makes sense because we were talking off screen about Georgian food. So
Yes.
the only way to afford beans is euros.
And euros, I don't know if it is.
Nick actually looked it up. It's technically in the Middle East. Georgia.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's near like Turkey, yeah.
But it's on the border.
Yeah.
So they're a melting pot. Probably.
This is a side note. Steed's with Nick.
Don't worry about it. We haven't introduced him.
Well, I'm
So
introducing
keep him off this yet. No, don't introduce him yet. He can't talk yet.
Okay, this is side note on Georgian food. What I did see is I looked up what is the best food internationally that people don't know about or people don't typically eat internationally. So like what's a really good food group, set of food, but there's not a lot of restaurants of that. And I made Georgian food and then Steed happened to go to
Georgian food was what it was ranked.
That was number one on the list.
All right, Nick, time to come in here. Welcome Nick to the show. Nick is my brother, so if you're watching on YouTube, it might look like there's two of me. One just a little bit younger, possibly a little slimmer, but
both have mustaches.
You both have mustaches.
Who can bench more?
I will die before Nick can bench more than me.
Yes, that's a good big brother.
I will be.
That's a good big brother.
I'll be rupturing parts of my body before he can.
I'm taking pale.
Chubstep Jack, who talked about Harry Potter. He's an older brother, and all the time he's like, "Oh yeah, my brother's faster than me. My brother can do this better than me." And I'm like, there's nothing that I allow my younger brother to do better than me in my mind. Like, if it's something I know he can beat me in, I don't do that against him.
Yeah, or you're like, I'm going to secretly train this.
Yes.
There's got to be one thing that Chubstep Vaughn is better than
there's plenty of things.
Yeah, maybe he's better at lacrosse, but Jared's got a sore foot that day.
Yeah,
lacrosse.
Exactly. No, I'm saying there's plenty of things that he is better than me at, but I'm never going to compete against him in those things. There's things that were close. Like we'll play golf and, he'll beat me sometimes. I'll beat him sometimes. But I mean, like if it's like a feat, like a pull up or, that kind of thing, like I'm not going to do it. If
you're not taking that sitting down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I can bench more.
Okay, there you go.
What did this have to do with Georgian food? Oh,
no. Wait,
anyways.
Did you like the restaurant or did not like the restaurant?
I thought that it was food. I would not go out of my way to recommend Georgian cuisine to anyone.
There's got to be better food that people don't know about than Georgian food.
Yes. Maybe Moroccan, maybe Zimbabwean. I would wager that traditional Zimbabwe food is better than Georgia food.
Is it possible that you did not, there's plenty of Italian restaurants that aren't as good as other Italian restaurants. Is it possible that it was not good version of the Georgian food?
This is the premier Georgian restaurant in Vancouver, Washington.
At least top three in Vancouver.
It's at least top three. But here's the thing. I get the vibe of their dishes from this thing.
I get it.
All of it was in, their native language.
Sure.
They did have pronunciation guides, which was huge for us because it was like Amansi, Kabasi.
Yeah.
But all their shit was essentially hey, we need to lump a bunch of stuff together because like there's wars going on. People are just waging wars through our country. Yeah. That was a vibe I get.
Okay, that was okay,
from that
war
food.
Vibes. Okay.
Yeah, like not there in a war, but so much. But like wars are going on near them and like around them. And they're just like, oh shit, we can't grow our cows good because people keep taking them.
That's fair. I'm going to switch. That's enough about Georgia food.
Okay.
Most people here have never even heard of the country of Georgia or don't. We're moving on.
Everyone's heard of it.
Okay, people have heard it. The people who are the state of Georgia is different. Anyway, okay. I'm going to tell you a little small world story. This is my segment called Small World, and this involves you actually, Steed.
Whoa.
So I was talking to a coworker the other day.
Oh, no.
He's telling me that her brother is singing the 7th inning stretch at the Cubs game.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, who's your brother? She tells me her brother's name. Apparently he used to, he hosts some TV shows, things like that, right?
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, I definitely know the shows you're talking about. I want to look him up on Instagram to see if I recognize him because I knew like the shows he's been involved in. So I go and I look at his Instagram. Lots of followers, obviously famous guy. I'm scrolling through his things, and then I see like fourth post that he had done recently was a series of pictures of cars. So a lot of the shows he was doing was cars. Flipping through the pictures of cars, flipping through. The last picture in the series of cars is a picture of Matt Banks's cars, Big Money Banks's cars at that car show you were at with him.
What the hell?
So I'm sitting there talking to this lady that I work with, and I'm like, was your brother in where was it, Tacoma, Washington, like 4 days ago?
And she's like, what, bitch, what?
Yeah, she's like, what? Yeah, he was there he was a guest judge at this car show.
Oh, yeah, I saw him. I watched the judging.
Yes, and I said, literally, he took a picture of my friend's car who lives in Seattle.
Oh my God.
And posted it on his Instagram. And I'm like, this is insane. Like, that's the kind of like crazy stuff.
What's going on? First, we're both eating Georgian food, and now something in the Matrix.
So that guy, whoever was the guest judge at that car show you were at, is my coworker's brother.
That's insane. I watched him. Matt and I were watching it. You know what the crazy thing is? I have a video of it because the guest judge announced, I think he announced the best car.
Yeah.
So I was taking a video of it, and then I turned to Matt, and I was pretending like we're pissed off he didn't win when we knew he wouldn't win. So I've got a video of him.
Oh my God.
You know what? And I'm going to do some weird stuff with that video.
Yes. I wanted to save it for the podcast to tell you that story.
Okay. Well, now we got to have that guy on.
I agree. Yeah, you're right. I think he has a podcast too. So I think that's a good idea.
What's his name?
Yeah, we're going to dox him.
We're going to dox him. Yeah, no, I'm not. We're not saying his name until we get. There's no advertising behind it. We only do it if there's advertising behind it.
No free ads.
He could put an ad on his show in between.
We'll see if he does it. We'll see.
Well, he used Matt's car for money purposes. I don't know.
It's true. Yeah, good point.
Matt's gonna be pumped when I tell him. I'm sure.
I already told him.
You told him.
Right
okay.
after.
He didn't even mention it to me.
It's all right.
We're texting right now.
Okay,
that's ridiculous.
Okay, I want to get to the topic because we don't have Nick in person ever. Basically,
no.
Every time you've called in, Chubstep, you've been on the show at least once, twice, I think.
Once.
One time.
Okay. You're
from the river, live from the river.
Live from the river.
You were on
Nate.
a boat when you were talking to us. That's a good episode. Okay, so we're going to talk about Appalachian. Appalachia.
You better pronounce it right.
Yep, Appalachia.
How do you say it, Jrad?
Like you throw an apple at you.
There you go.
All right, you know how I say it?
How's that?
Appalachian.
Yeah. Good. Appalachian ASMR. I'm going to start with my background with Appalachian, why I chose this as the 3 topics you sent me to do, and then I'm going to let Nick, who actually kind of lives in that area, go into deeper dive, and you guys.
I know that you have some roots in the culture, Jrad.
I do have some roots in the culture. So for 5 years, I did what was called ASP, which is still, I believe, still going on, called the Appalachian Service Project.
Mm-hmm.
So basically what they do is they take high school kids and you have a group leader and you have a group of high school kids and basically go down for a week to somewhere in the Appalachians and you do some sort of construction project that's helping somebody out. So one year there was 2 trailers that were stuck together, and I rewired all the, like, basically they had one central electric box they had installed, but they didn't have any wires going into the outlets. So I basically was running wires to all the outlets between these 2 trailers.
No
And
way those trailers have burned down. No way.
Romex, baby, Romex. And I did that, but we weren't connecting it to the final. Then we'd had an electrician that connected it to the box at the end.
Oh, okay, good.
But then there was times where I was building like things to seal in the trailer down to the ground. Sometimes you're building like retaining walls. Sometimes you're getting rid of wasps that were, Steve loves the word wasps.
Oh, yeah. I feel like I would
walls, things like that.
Oh, God.
So they always had you doing this, and they had you staying in like you'd stay in a school or you'd stay in like a community center. But it would be not the best settings. There was one time we were staying in this place that like was condemned. Like you couldn't go on the top.
Oh.
The floor above you was infested with bats. And like they had a new school, but we were staying in the old school, and like the bathrooms were like a piece of plywood with a plastic bag over the thing. So
Wow.
So you weren't always staying at the nicest place, but you were really helping out like people that actually needed it. And it was volunteer thing. So it was a really cool experience.
Yeah, you're very charitable, Jrad.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was getting at. I was the most charitable. My favorite spot I was in was Man, West Virginia, and the school was the Man High Hillbillies. That was their actual name. Kentucky, Tennessee, all the spots I went to. Here's a couple of I'll get into some of my favorite things I saw, but one event that I was like, oh, I'm in the holler here. I'm in the holler.
Don't say Bayou. You almost said
Bayou
Bayou.
was the wrong spot. I almost said Bayou.
Yeah.
That's a completely different thing. There was one of my favorite moments was these 2 shirtless kids drive past and they're, 10,
They're of age.
11 years old.
Oh, no, they're underage. Okay.
They're kids. 10, 11 years old. They drive past on this 4-wheeler, like kind of crappy, gravelly road. And they drive past going fast. And then the one kid passes, and the second kid that's hanging on the back has his arm around his friend. And then the other arm is dangling, like, I can't tell if the snake was dead or alive, but he has a snake in his hand. And they're just driving past shirtless on this thing. And I'm like, oh, yeah, this is
whoa.
This is it, baby.
Hey, kid, you need some wiring done in your trailer?
Yeah. So that was my moment. But I've got a lot of good little stories here and stuff. But I'll let you get to. I don't want to take over too much here, so I'll let you get to it, Nick and Steed.
Okay. So, Nick, why don't you tell us a little bit about rural life out in Appalachia? Give us just a general people background about the stereotypes. The stereotypes are not good.
Yeah. So you hear a lot of stereotypes about Appalachia, especially, you hear the stories of banjos, this and that, whatever's going on. But I mean, for the most part, everybody is super hospitable around there. I mean, you can pretty much pull in, and the hollers is a real thing. Like you can pull into any holler and meet a couple different people.
What's a holler?
So a holler, the way I would describe a holler is usually always following a small creek that goes back into the mountain. So it'll kind of pull out like a little bit of valley. There's, 10, 12, 5, 6 houses back in there.
Yeah.
And everybody's pretty tight knit in those little hollers. I will say I've gone into a couple, especially during Helene, after we were doing a lot of the cleanup for Helene, where you went in there and everybody was pretty like on edge. Popped into one, doing a little bit of like scouting out for this group of people and they were looking for
TVs. They were looking for TVs.
No, they were looking for places that they could fix up. And so we were like going around interviewing people basically and being like, what do you need? What can we do for you?
Sure.
Popped into one spot and we meet this lady on the side of the road. She's like, coming to my friend's house. And we went into this dude's house and it was completely falling apart. I mean, there was a river running through the house.
Oh yeah.
And
we had one
I'm
of
not
those.
going to explain what was spray painted on the walls, but there was some mad vulgarity spray painted on the walls with a lot of Confederate flags involved in that too.
Yeah.
So you run into the wrong holler, and you never know who you're gonna meet. And then eventually we go up, and she's like, "Oh, there's this tree that fell on this house. Like, can you guys come check it out?" Meanwhile, we have no experience like in anything. We're just like kind of taking names, like, and she's like, "Don't let my daddy see you though. Like, I need to go up with you, or else my daddy will shoot you." So we travel up the holler, and everything was all good. We met her daddy up there. He gave us some pawpaw fruits, this whole thing, But for the most part, everybody's a pretty tight-knit community in those hollers. But
Yeah.
I will say everybody's good people out there. Always trying to help each other out. You hear these crazy stories, and they're definitely real.
Yeah.
But for the most part, everybody's,
Yeah, it's like the
positive.
Florida man.
Yeah.
Some people in Florida are crazy, but most are just like
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
Yeah. I would say it really depends. I think to Nick's point, it's like the deeper you go in some of these hollers that are like, you're gonna get some people that are pretty.
Eventually, you get into one that's
that
a
like really
Confederate
aren't
holler.
part of the real. Like they're just like in their own little pocket.
For sure. It's crazy.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's a whole nother world. It really seems like, and it really just seems like it's just so crazy how different that is. You could go on a flight 45 minutes away, and it feels like you're in a different country almost. But everybody, to your point, usually people are super nice, like super nice people. So I always enjoyed my experience going down there. Some of my favorite, Nick, you fill me in on what I'm missing out on. Here's some of my favorite Appalachian foods. Canned meat.
Okay.
Not spam.
Check.
It's like
Not
a
spam.
crappier version of spam. It's just like see if I can find a picture of canned meat.
Yeah.
Canned meat. I thought it was gonna be like sweet corn and rice.
Yeah, no,
like
not quite.
wet canned meat.
Sure, it's like no for coal miners. The coal miner.
It's
food.
like I don't. It looks
A
like
step
cat
above
food,
cat food.
like a cat
Yeah.
food. Yeah, I just picture like a cat food. And then this is my favorite one. Pickled eggs. Just a jar, like a gas station. They just got a big jar of pickled eggs sitting right near the
Can't say I
checkout.
love them, but yeah.
These are my favorite concepts of foods. I don't like eating any of these things.
Yeah.
The favorite things like saying, and then one I actually do like, and we used to always stop and get Ale 81, which is a Kentucky ginger ale on the way down. Now it's a little more.
That
widely
you ever had
available.
Dr. Nuff?
Dr. Nuff? No, I've not had Dr.
That's a
Nuff.
huge Appalachian soda.
Okay.
Dr. Nuff. Isn't that like cherry wine?
It tastes like if you bottled up Flintstone vitamins and crushed them up and then drank them.
I've never seen this before. Rich in vitamins, it says. It says rich in vitamins.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
there you go. That's crazy.
Yeah.
This is for the YouTube viewers only. We got a screen share coming up. You get to view this.
Yep.
Whoa, look at
Yeah,
you get a
look at
hot guy. You
Is
get a
this
hot
what it is?
guy with double hot guy. That's
The
Jrad,
same guy.
what?
Dr. Enough. ENUF. Okay. Yeah.
It looks like a soju bottle. That's a Nick Russo plug right there. Shout out
Nice.
Nick Russo.
Nice.
I guess fake. I don't believe in it.
Okay, Nick, out of the Appalachians are the birthplace of hillbillies. Out of all the hillbilly states, which one's the most hillbilly?
West Virginia.
West Virginia. Okay,
Hands
that was
down.
quick.
And
Yeah.
there's a place we go fish in West Virginia, and they don't have a sewer system. They don't have a trash system. It's like an old coal mining town. And
Yeah.
for some reason, the fish just grow super big there. But there's literally a wall that'll run down, and there's pipes that come out of it, and people's poop will come out of there and just straight into the river. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
And you're fishing there?
I think I know why the fish grow so big.
The fish are huge. Yeah.
They're in all that cat.
You're
food
actually fishing
meat.
in this. You're fishing
Oh,
with
yeah.
this in this poop river.
We don't touch the water. You don't wet
Are
your
you eating the
lines, but-
fish?
No, we're not eating the fish.
Oh,
we did
okay,
ask.
They're
we
just
did ask
looking
some. We asked some of the locals one time, and we were like, "Do you guys eat these fish?" And they were like, "Well, when times get hard." We were like, what? There are hard times. This is.
Oh man.
There's
okay,
a
so
deer.
it's like
time.
There's a deer right there.
it's a desperation thing if they're doing that.
But everything, I mean, everything out there is desperation. You've seen,
Well,
probably
that's a
seen
good
it out
point.
there, Jared.
Yeah. No, it's a good. I mean, it's not. It's a super poverty stricken area. So it's a valid point. It's there's not. I mean, there's not a ton of jobs there. There's not. There's just not much you can do for
Based on
work.
the amount of trains filled with coal that go by my apartment at 2 a.m, they're doing plenty of coal
I mean,
mining
that's
out
okay.
there.
So that for the people that don't know, it's obviously coal mining that's the coal mining, center of the country
they love they don't do it for money. They just love doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nick left, so I can say whatever I want about Appalachia now.
Yeah.
Notice how I pronounced it that time?
Yeah, I don't like that. Well, that's how it actually, looks as
Appalachia.
I went there and they corrected me.
What are you, a French guy?
So, Steve, I had one crazy story. Speaking of rivers and coal mines.
Whoa, double. Okay.
Buffalo Creek flood, 1972.
Whoa.
Logan County, West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
There was a insane river flood. Some dams broke, and 132 million gallons of toxic mine waste.
Wow.
Flows down this basically it's a holler, and it took out 16 towns.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And it was all like picking up
toxic mine waste.
Oh, it was all like stuff from, like the dams were above where they'd done some strip mining and stuff. And so as the water like overflows and breaks the dam, then it's grabbing all this stuff and it's pulling it through. It wasn't until 50 years. So it was 2020, 2002. Is that 50 years later? No, 2022. Yeah, sorry. 2022 is the first year they were able to fish for trout in that river. It had been 50 years. Like it had been so polluted for 50 years that trout could actually start being introduced into the water.
What river was this?
This was it's called Buffalo Creek.
Buffalo Creek water.
So I don't know where exactly. It's in Logan County, West Virginia. The other thing with Appalachians, with Appalachia, they're big on counties.
Oh, yeah.
It's like people don't even say what town they're from. It's like, oh, I'm from that county.
I'm from that county. You won't know the town.
Which is like nobody does that almost anywhere else. Other than
like get my postcode.
The only thing I can think of is like Dade County, Miami. That's like the only county I know.
Duval.
You're right. Duval County, Jacksonville. Okay, but Jacksonville's a little. That's Florida's the south.
Orange County.
Orange County. Okay, there's a few counties.
All right, that's it though.
It's a good. Those are
it's
good
a
points.
little different than where we grew up, especially because the county is a high school. So like everybody where I'm from is Watauga. So everybody in Watauga County goes to the same high school. And we had, for this size of school, we had 6 different high schools, that were running through it.
I think we only had 3, but
no, for a county.
Yeah.
3 for no, it was way more than 3 for our county.
Maybe 4.
No, Steve.
Well, I don't know.
But no, to Nick's point,
I'm
there's
just
a lot
a mountain
more,
guy. I don't know.
The population's so much bigger in these spots that it's interesting that one kind of Anyway, so that was a bad scenario with the coal mines. Obviously, a lot of bad connotations with health hazards and environmental hazards and stuff like that. Right?
Brought to light by the hit movie Zoolander.
That's true. That's true.
And in the movie Zoolander plays a role next to Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson actually starred in the movie Wedding Crashers with Vince Vaughn.
Steve, it's actually easier than that, by the way.
Jared, I'm doing this off the top of my head.
Okay.
Vince Vaughn was in the movie
Okay, see, I'm going to cut this out because you have too big of pauses here.
Help me.
I'll help you. If you wanted to connect this to Ben Affleck, I had a different way to connect this to Ben Affleck.
Okay.
But to your point, Zoolander, he's working in a coal mine.
Yeah.
Owen Wilson's in that movie. Owen Wilson was in Armageddon with
God damn it. Nobody's seen Armageddon.
Nobody saw that movie.
The one where Bruce Willis dies on the asteroid?
Yeah.
Fuck.
But also,
I have not seen it.
Jennifer Gardner, at the age of 3, moved to Charleston, West Virginia.
Oh,
There
and
you
she
go.
was married to Ben Affleck.
And she was married to Ben Affleck. Yeah.
But
So there you
now Ben Affleck's married to Jennifer Lopez.
go.
Or they're
Different.
divorced.
I don't know. I don't keep up.
I don't know.
I
It's
actually don't keep
actually
up on Ben Affleck at all, but
it's a
there
mess.
you go.
Okay, Jay, do you want to hear an Appalachian ghost story?
Yes, they've got a lot
Appalachian.
of these kind of.
We got two.
Yeah, we got a couple of them.
Oh, good. Yeah, because they've got a lot of these like monsters that are specific.
They have
to the
monsters.
Appalachians.
They have ghost stories. They have superstitions.
Yes, a lot of that stuff.
Apparently, if you hear a woman scream in the woods, you're supposed to just go back inside.
Well, that's
is that. Have you heard that one, Nick?
How like
you're not
this
supposed to help
theory?
her. Is that what they all?
No, you're not supposed to help her.
Okay.
You just
I
go
would
in.
say-
You go. Oh, don't go down there. Oh no, don't not go out there.
I don't know what that accent is.
If
but
you
it's-
hear a woman yelling in the holler, Jay, you turn around.
You turn right back around there. Is that true, Nick?
Yeah, definitely turn around. Don't investigate.
The woman might disagree that she might say she needs some help, but
Jared, it's not a woman. It's the banshee she-witch of the bog. Okay, she's tricking you. She's trying to trick you. So you go out there, pull your pants off because you're like, well, maybe she's just excited. She's just an excitable woman, and so you go in there pantless, and then the she demon gets you. Okay, it's not fun. They get you. I'm right. Back me up.
Most of the time, it's just a bobcat.
It's a bobcat. Oh, okay.
Oh, I see.
All right,
But
that
it
makes
sounds like
sense.
a woman crying.
Okay, so bobcats.
Or a fox.
Okay, so sometimes
Okay.
creatures can sound like animals. So that debunked that. All right, let me go into my ghost story here. All right, Jay. Wow, a lot of scrolling. Jay, you ever heard of Nance Dude?
Nance Dude?
Dude.
No.
Nance Dude, legend, murderer, victim.
Yeah.
All right, so Lance Bogg, she was an old lady from Haywood County. Legend has it she was always an old woman. There's actually no reports of her ever being a young woman.
That's interesting. That's typically how that works. Yeah.
Well, it's just how I imagine her.
Sure.
Because when she did a bad thing, she was 65 years old. So I assume if you're doing bad stuff at 65, you're always a bad stuff.
Well,
anyways,
and some people always look old when they're younger. I was looking at Hulk Hogan just passed away. They showed the pictures of him when he's like 30. When he's 30 years old, he looks like
he looks like he's 50. Yeah.
Yeah. So
well, because of the steroids.
The steroids and the balding. Yeah.
Yeah, and the linguine. I hope you know what, Hulk Hogan. You can eat as much linguine as you want in heaven. And some people get that, and I might have gotten the pasta wrong, but some people will really enjoy that.
Okay, good. All right, continue. Sorry. So old lady.
Okay, so Nance Dude, 1913, 65-year-old Nance Dude. She's pissed off at her name. She's in Haywood County, goes up in the mountains with her 2-year-old granddaughter. She comes down the mountain, 2-year-old granddaughter's now with her. Everyone a little suspicious. They find the dead body of the kid.
Okay.
Nance Dude is almost lynched after this because people saw her go up there and saw her come down.
Yeah, and we're like, where's the kid? Yeah.
Yeah, with the kid. She gets 15 years of hard labor. She's 65 years old. 63, whatever. 15 years of hard labor. 30-year sentence in a woman's prison.
Okay.
So she only has to work hard for 15 years, which is kind of, honestly, the next 15 years seems pretty easy after that.
Yeah,
but
then you're just chilling.
Yeah, she's just chilling. Killed her baby. She gets paroled at the age of 80. She gets out of jail. All she has is a $10 bill in her shoe, which for some reason she left in the jail. Leaves a $10 bill in the jail. A grocery store person gives her a can of peaches, takes her to Conley's Creek, where she lived in a utility shed, which had a dirt floor, no running water, no electricity. She's 80. She's living in living in walls, essentially.
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
And then she just dies. And this grandbaby murderer would live on to haunt Conley Creek ever since the day she was born.
Oh, I thought what was the victim part?
The baby. She killed a baby.
Oh, well, you were talking about her like she was a victim. No, the baby was the victim.
I don't
Yeah.
know. They almost lynched her.
So people say they see this. This is somebody they see.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. This was just the backstory. So I'm assuming there's a ton of articles about her.
Okay.
And her like haunting this place, but they don't really say what she does. So I'm assuming everyone's just kind of spooked out of her. Yeah. They're like, Nan's dude's gonna take your boy. Nan's dude gonna take your boy up there.
Watch out for the little kids. Keep an eye on them. Nan's dude.
Keep an eye on Nan's dude's gonna take that boy up down there, boy.
You're getting it's a little too Louisiana state.
Well, Nick, what's the closest Appalachian state to Louisiana?
Probably Georgia.
Georgia.
Is Georgia in the Appalachians?
Hang on.
There's a touch of Appalachian, Georgia.
I'm gonna restart my accent. You don't go there. You get that back on my creek there.
Yeah.
You get out to my holler, boy.
That's spot on.
You get out to my holler.
Spot on.
Is that good?
Spot on.
All right.
Nailed it.
I've only been to Appalachia, deep Appalachia one time.
Okay.
And I got biscuits.
Yeah, you got to get some biscuits.
Yeah, that's my favorite Appalachian food. All right, Nick, why don't you tell us your ghost story?
So, it's never a good idea to mess with an Appalachian woman. So these fiery females are raised with the same stubborn resolve and immovable strength as the mountains they call home. So let me tell you a little story here about one Frances Stewart Silver. She was known by many people as Frankie. And actually, she was one of the first women ever executed in North Carolina. So in the deep depths of the winter of 1831, Frankie arrived with her 17-month-old daughter, just a little bit over a year old there. And they arrived to her mother-in-law's house where she told them Charlie, her husband, hadn't come home from an extended fishing trip on the Tow River. Now, I will tell you the Tow River is a fantastic fishery for both smallmouth bass and trout, and home to many of the fabulous creature that is called a hellbender. And so everybody was worried. And then the Silvers, they let Frankie stay with them for a couple of days. But when Charlie still hadn't come home, everybody started to get worried. And it was time to go looking for him. So in late December of 1831, several residents of Mitchell County went on the search for Charlie. And then a local hunter named Jack Cullis decided to look in Frankie and Charlie's cabin. And there he made a haunting discovery. They found an axe with chips in the blade. There was ash in the fireplace, and it was unusually greasy. In the ash, there were pieces of bone fragments. And when the search party lifted the floorboards, what did they find? They found that the bottoms were soaked with blood underneath, but the tops were squeaky clean. It is said that Charlie's remains were found scattered and his head found in a hollowed tree. Legend also has it that after Charlie's remains were buried, more were found. And he's now buried in 3 separate graves up in Mitchell County. Now, this was a time when it was unusual for a man to murder his wife and get away with it. Now, we have to remember, y'all, this was a long time ago in the 1830s, nearly 200 years ago now. It was a sexist society where men were expected to dominate their wives and women had few legal rights. But this was a different case, and now the tables had been turned. So it appeared that Frankie Silver had hacked her husband to death with an axe, decapitated him, and burned the evidence. And Frankie was arrested and taken to the Morganton County Jail. And a couple of her family members, her mother, her brother, and they were all suspected of taking part in the crime, but there wasn't enough evidence against them to face the heavy hand of the law. So speculation surrounding the case was fierce. Those who sympathized with Charlie thought that Frankie was a bitter and jealous wife. And rumor had it that Charlie, the husband, was a cheating and abusive man. And it turns out that people sympathized with Frankie because she was only 16 years old.
No.
Oh no.
And now she was a young mother, and many in the area believe that she must have just acted in self-defense on a night when Charlie was particularly violent. Some women even wrote letters to the governor of North Carolina on Frankie's behalf, but it was to no avail, and she faced the gallows on July 12th, 1833.
Wow. Well done. Well done.
Now that's a tale worthy of a couple cans of meat. A couple cans of Appalachian meat. So basically, a quick rundown.
Yeah.
16-year-old girl gets knocked up.
Yeah.
Then murders her husband because he probably punched her one time or something.
Yeah. Probably not a good husband.
And then she gets executed for murdering him.
Yep.
Kind of bullshit.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Well, you can't have a child bride.
No,
I looked it up, Jared. You
even
can't
at the
do
time
it.
that was bad.
No, well, I mean, like now.
Well, yeah, now, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, maybe back.
I feel like at the time that was kind of the standard.
How old was this guy, Nick?
I didn't say.
50. We're going with 50.
Oh, well, that's.
I don't think they lived that long.
He was rich. He was an oil man. I don't know. Anyway, she got hung, and then she started hunting the gallows. From what I hear, sometimes you can still hear her tip-tap-toeing into your bedroom at night with a little hatchet dragging across the walls. Gonna split your head in if you ever beat your wife. I love doing the accent.
Yeah, the accent
Like
is
that.
good, but you do it too long, people start getting real upset.
Damn. Remember when we did the British episode?
People did not like that British episode.
They thought, I think we're gaining momentum. All the momentum was gone.
Yeah,
it went straight backwards. People hated it so. Like, I mean, yeah, we get a lot of hate from the Brown's Chicken YouTube video. Like, so Janice went off with a 5-comment streak. So if you're listening to this, please comment on that video. Disparaging Janice. We need this. Please do it. I already did one myself. Please make fun of Janice. But the only other time we've actually gotten hate was for that British accent episode.
Yeah, I know. I agree. People really hated that British episode. Yeah, Nick, that's a good story. I like they have some of these little so they have a couple other ones. Obviously, Bigfoot is big in that area.
Oh, Bigfoot's huge. We had Randy on to talk about
Yeah, we've talked about that a few times. There's something called Mothman.
Oh, Mothman's
Classic. Yeah.
Mothman's outrageous.
So people thought that they saw Mothman. There was the Silver Bridge collapse in 1967, which was actually the most deadly bridge collapse in U.S. history. 46 people died.
Guess who showed up before that?
They saw Mothman. I mean, when they did the crash investigation, they saw that it was one of their eye bolts had a rust fracture from 40 years of corrosion. But people did see Mothman.
Well, people say they see Mothman before like every disaster out there. And he is there. I've seen him.
Then there's the Moon-Eyed people. Cherokee legend described a race of small, bearded white men with large blue eyes and fair skin who are sensitive to sunlight and only appeared at night. Sounds like gingers, basically.
It is gingers.
Those are real.
But
they stole $5,500 from me.
They're older. Yeah. So that's one. There's the Bell Witch.
Bell Witch.
A poltergeist that haunted the John and Lucy Bell family in Adams, Tennessee, starting in 1817. Manifesting as noises, physical harassment, and eventually a whispering voice.
Oh, God.
Called itself Kate. And kept saying it wanted to kill him.
That's not
later,
chill.
Yeah. and it said it poisoned him at one point. There's the Flatwoods Monster in 1952. A group in Flatwoods, Virginia reported seeing a UFO land and encountering a 10-foot monster with a blood red face and a green body that seemed to glow. One of the earliest UFO sightings.
Oh. Yeah, you never want to see the glowing blood monster. Normal, non-glowing blood monster, fine.
Yeah. Then people talk about seeing mysterious glowing orbs in the sky. Later on, they discovered those were probably just car lights.
Up on a hill. Yeah. So I've seen lights like that where I'm like, what the fuck is that? And it turns out it's just a hill that's really far away. But you know, the first time you see Starlink, I've talked about it on the show before.
You and me were freaking out about Starlink. Yeah.
I wasn't with you when I saw it, but we talked about it on the show right after.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But I got to remind the people: first time you see Starlink, it's not a UFO. You're not going crazy. Elon Musk just thought it would be funny to put linked satellites in the sky.
Yeah,
like really low.
Yeah, yeah. There was a cannibal called the Kentucky Cannibal. This guy's name was Boone Helm.
Boone Helm, the Kentucky Cannibal.
You know,
I know Boone Helm. Yeah, but he left Kentucky. He went out west.
He did go out west at one point. I like how his story starts off with his cousin saying, "Hey, do you want to help me do some illegal activity?" His cousin's like, "Yeah, sure." His cousin was called Little Barry Shoot.
Little Barry Shoot.
Little Barry Shoot. And he said, "Yeah, Shoot, you want to come and do some laugh a crime with me?" And Shoot initially agreed, but then he's like, "You know what? Actually, that doesn't sound so good." So what does Helm do? He just murders. He just stabs his cousin.
Well, they said they were going to go out west. So Boone's got all these plans. He's like, hell yeah, I'm going to, like, I'm out west with Nick already. But if I said, Nick, you want to go east? And then Nick was like, hell yeah, let's go east. And I have like a bag packed and I'm like ready to go east. And Nick's like, you know what? It's actually, the climate's pretty good out here.
Yeah.
We've got a big problem on our hands.
Exactly. So this guy ends up going through a series of he gets caught at one point, goes to the insane asylum, keeps telling the guy he needs outdoor walks. The guard, he needs outdoor walks. He keeps doing this. At one point, just escapes one of his outdoor walks. So he gets out.
Yeah, he just kept going further and further on the outdoor walks at the insane asylum.
Yes.
And then just one day he's like, fuck it.
And then so he would kill people, and there's times where he said he would eat them. And then there was one time he goes on some Western excursion and everybody in his thing basically dies except for one other guy. And then he ends up eating that guy also. And then eventually he gets caught and killed. He gets hanged, I think.
Tough, badass last words. I think he said they're hanging him and God, I'll have to look it up to get it right. But he's getting hung and some guy's crying next to him. He's like, well, tells the guy to shut up.
Oh, here we go. Here's what he says.
Yeah.
Every man for his principles. Hurrah for Jeff Davis. Let her rip.
Yeah.
I do like the let her rip. Yeah. I mean, Jefferson Davis is obviously the president of the Confederacy. So,
we're against that.
We're against that. But I like the let her rip. Let
her rip. Every man for his principles. And his principles were murdering people, eating people, and just being an asshole his entire life.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but every man to their principles,
That's true. That's true.
How do we know he's not right in the right?
Good point.
I don't know.
Good point. But it's from Lincoln County, Kentucky. So Nick, while you're on, any last words? Any last things you want to get here? Appalachians.
Last things I gotta say.
I have a million stories. We gotta end it at some point.
Yeah, I mean it goes countless and countless, but Appalachia is a great place. Definitely recommend it to a lot of folks. A lot of good culture. Mountains are very cool.
Yeah.
They got a lot of history in them. Definitely recommend Boone, North Carolina. If anybody wants to go fly fishing, come fly fishing
good
with
plug.
Me and or Chubstep Nate.
You're gonna plug the shop. Plug the shop.
High Country Guide Service is the name of the guide service. Yeah, we'll put you on some fish.
Follow Midwestern Anglers on Instagram.
Nice.
They might be there still. Are you still there?
No, that actually got deleted. Is now Straight In Fishing is the owner.
Okay, good.
Don't really know what that means, but
Good.
Straight in. You know. All right. I won't even comment.
Yeah.
Follow Steve Swallows on Instagram. Follow chubstep.podcast@gmail.com.
Don't follow
Do you
us.
follow
Email
email
that.
accounts now?
You
Email
know,
that.
you can just email the email account. If you want us to cover a topic, email us chubstep.podcast@gmail.com. And there we go. Check us out on YouTube. You can see Chubstep naked.
You can see a lot of
Steve.
fun. And go on that YouTube and comment and make just be
Steve wants
mean
you
to
go on the
Janice. Brown's
Browns.
Chicken Massacre and say,
Chicken
wow, you
Massacre
guys are
episode, which is
respectful.
one of
What
our
the
most
first
popular
comment we got
episodes.
was, what a great way, you're so respectful. The next 5 comments are, I hate you, you should be reported. Who would we be reported to? Sorry.
I don't know.
I
don't know.
This is my Vietnam. Okay, this is my Vietnam.
Yeah.
now,
Nightmare.
Janice, if you keep talking them bad words, I'll meet you in the holler.
Yeah, Janice, we're going
right.
to take you to holler and the banjo's coming out.
All right, now.
Cut it. Cut
now,
that.
you hear it? All right. The show is ended. Be gone.
Be gone.
Now you know you got to go.
Peace. This is Yasin.